up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Mr. Budget's checking in. Teacher Budget's everybody's favorite professor. And yeah, it's time for another teacher check-in. We've come to the end of another week. It's January 21st. And man, this is like Martin Luther King week still. Like, this has been the longest 4-day week that I can remember in recent memory. It's been a long week. I've had ups and downs this week. It's really pretty much been an emotional roller coaster. I've been busy and I've just been going, my mind it's been going through it. So I'm about to just let some of it out and I'm about to just unpackage everything onto you guys. So hopefully it's not too much for you to handle. A few highlights that I'm going to be talking about with you guys today. Let's see. Oh, I almost got into a fight with another teacher. Yeah, that happened. That was on Monday. I had my real teacher observation this week. My real one, because the other one that I had the video for, that wasn't my real observation. That wasn't the official observation. That was just my mentor coming into the classroom, let me know how I do, and like, I guess it was like a mock observation before my real one to like give me practice, see how I'm doing, what do I need to improve on before my real observation. But yeah, I had my real observation this week, and I'll let you know how that went. Let's see, what else? Oh man, we had fights this week in school. We had like 5 fights in one day. I'll tell you about that. What else? Oh, my new batch of students, today I gave them their first test, their first exam. Woo! I'll let you know how that went. So yeah, there's a few things in this video that I'm about to go over with you guys, and yeah, let's get started. Boom! Alright, so boom shakalaka. Alright, so boom. We're coming off of a 3-day weekend. You know, Martin Luther King Jr. birthday holiday was Monday. So the day back to school, we came back Tuesday. Yeah, I still can't believe this has been a long week. It just seems like it just kept on dragging on. Alright, Monday. Alright, Monday morning I get to school, you know, early as usual, because I'm the early bird that gets the worm. So I pull up to the school, I clock in, you know, I go down to the teacher's lounge because alright, so after the 3-day weekend, I had everything planned out. I know what I'm gonna do for the next 2-3 weeks. So, you know, Monday I get to school, I clock in, I go down to the teacher's lounge to print my assignment, my worksheet, my class lesson. I came up with it on Monday, on the Martin Luther King Day, because I was doing a little work at home. So all I had to do was print it when I got to school Monday. So I got to school Monday, went down to the teacher's lounge to print it. What time was it? I usually pull up to school around 7:38. We don't have to be there till 8 o'clock, so I always get there early. I pull up around 7:38, 7:40. So I get down to the teacher's lounge around 7:45. I start printing. Nobody's in there. So I mean, the printer's all mine. So I start printing. I'm printing what? I'm printing 2 different worksheets. I need about 75 copies. I need about 75 copies of each worksheet. So that's 150 sheets. And oh no, one of them was two papers, so I should have just printed on the front and back, but it just slipped my mind. So that's what, 75, 150, 225, is that it? Yeah, so about 200 pages. And that, I don't know, that takes about 10 minutes, give or take a few, 10, 15 maybe. Alright, so I'm down there chilling, minding my business, letting my sheets print off. About 5 minutes goes by. Teacher walks in. Oh, hi, how you doing? Hey, I'm pretty good. You know, small talk, which I don't like small talk, but I participated in the small talk. So said good morning. I said good morning. We speak. Okay, cool. And then she's looking at the printer, and you know, I'm just minding my business, just sitting there. I said, oh, you printing? Yeah, I'm printing.
Do you plan on stapling those?
I can't replicate it because this was Monday and today's Friday, but it was rude. The tone of her voice was not friendly or welcoming. It wasn't as friendly or welcoming as that, oh hey, good morning. It was like, I kind of caught the shade behind her saying,
oh, you plan on stapling those?
What else did she say? She said,
do you think you're gonna take a long time?
I was like, no, I should be halfway finished. It's about 200 sheets, I'm about halfway done.
So, oh, okay.
Like, I don't know, she just rubbed me the wrong way, and For one, this isn't the only printer in the school. This isn't the only printer on the hallway. This is the main hallway. Let me see, there's 1, 2, there's three printers, 3 teachers' lounges on this one hallway. Like this is just one hallway, there's 3 of them. Like why couldn't you just go to another printer? It's that easy. Could have been that, it all could be so simple. But no, you want to make it difficult. That was what I meant by me almost fighting another teacher. If she would have said one more thing, I would have had to say something rude. But it never got to that point. And plus, I don't really care that much. I'm not gonna take it there for no reason, right? All right, so boom. All right, so the thing that I was printing out my lesson plan. You know, come to find out, I really needed to print it that day. I needed to print it right then and there. I print my papers, head up to my room, boom, bell rings. First period comes in, one of the assistant principals peeks into my room, you know, looking at my walls, looking at my board. You know, I'm thinking nothing of it. You know, she's been on, oh, that's another thing. One of my assistant principals have been on me about these word walls and
you need to change your word wall, you need to update your word wall, when you gonna change your word wall,
Do I really gotta say it? Do I really have to say how I feel about this word wall? I don't think I do. I think y'all got me. Look, bro, I don't care about the word wall. So I never changed it. My logic, I don't know if y'all have heard my logic. So I have a new batch of students. All right, so let me rewind. All right, so last semester, you know, the wall was already up, decorated and all that. All right, students came in. The board stayed up the whole time. Nobody said anything about the board staying the same the whole time, right? So those students saw the same board the whole time, right? So now it's second semester, I got a whole new batch of students and the same wall is up. Excuse me. These students have never seen the wall, just like at the beginning of last semester. So why do I have to change the board now for this new batch of students? It's the same, like it's brand new. You know the whole saying, old to me, new to you? Yeah, it's the same thing with my board. Old to me, new to you. First period, she comes looking at my board and, hey, I see you haven't updated your board. And I was like, yeah, I just haven't gone around to it. And that was it. So, first period goes by smooth. I work with my lesson plan, the worksheets that I was printing off. All right, cool, boom, first period goes smooth. Second period starts. You know, the kids are in the classroom, I'm actually starting to teach. Out of nowhere, the assistant principal comes back in and takes a seat in the back of the classroom. Boom, 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 surprise, time for your observation, woo! So yeah, she sat in there for the whole class time while I taught my lesson. When she first came in, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous. I kind of stumbled on some of my words a little bit. I kind of froze up a little bit. I said and a lot. I don't really do that in class when, you know, I'm not under surveillance, but when she came in, I kind of froze up a little bit. But I kept on pushing through. I kept on keeping on. You know, I don't fold under pressure. You know, I thrive. You know, pressure makes diamonds, yeah. I got through my lesson and at the end of the class period, you know, she didn't say anything. She just walked out. In the lesson, it was a good lesson. I'm glad Martin Luther King Day was the day before and I was able to plan it out. I had my sermon down pat. That's what I call my lesson when I'm teaching. I call it my sermon. But yeah, it was about SMART goals. You know, it was pretty simple. So she knew what it was about, so I mean, she could tell me how I could better teach SMART goals. But yeah, the class went well. I did the worksheets. I even gave her a worksheet. And that's why I needed the worksheets, because if I didn't have anything for the students to write on or to engage the students, then that would have been bad for my observation. So I'm so glad that I was able to print those worksheets and use them during class. And I gave her a worksheet to let her know what we were working on, what the students were working on. At the end of the class period, she gave me a few notes. She gave me a handwritten note to let me know how I did. And I'm about to read off some of these notes on what she said. All right, so first she started off with some positive messages, some positive things that I did, or some positive things she saw in the classroom. She saw that I had my instructional framework up. That's good. That's something I have up every day. That pretty much gives the kids the game plan for the day. The framework, you have your standard, your learning target, your opening, your work session, and your closing. Pretty much your openings, like the first 5-10 minutes of class, and then your work session is pretty much the work session is pretty much either like what you're having the kids do, like how are they actually showing that they're learning something. And then the closing is how you're gonna wrap it up. So like the last 10-15 minutes of class. So I had my instructional framework up on the front board. I had my standard up, which was part of that framework. And I was doing a PowerPoint for SMART goals, and she liked the fact that it was a short PowerPoint. My mentor told me last semester that they don't really like to see the students taking notes from PowerPoint, so they weren't taking notes. I was just teaching from the PowerPoint. I didn't really have much on the PowerPoint, and it was short. It was about 10 to 12 slides, and there wasn't much writing on each slide. And it was kind of fun. You know, I was talking about Meek Mill. All right, so setting goals, see it, state it, start it. 3 steps to setting goals. You gotta see it. And for see it, I put, you know, just like Meek Mill said, you gotta see it with if you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Yeah, see it and then state it. State what's the game plan, what steps are you gonna take to reach your goal, and then start it like Nike. Just do it. So yeah, see it, state it, start it. 3 steps to setting goals. Now you know something. All right, so now the negative things, or the things that I need to work on. All right, so she said I need to engage all the students. So when I was asking questions, I only had one student answer, and this girl, she's never answered questions in my class before. This is only the 3rd week of school. I've never heard her speak. So, you know, she wanted to answer 3 questions back to back. Hey, go ahead, do your thing, shawty. But I was getting that feeling like, all right, let me get somebody else to answer. But I ain't want to shut her down. So, you know, engage all students, let all students participate, even though if they didn't want to participate, they're not going to participate, right? I mean, even if I call on them, if they don't want to say anything, we're just gonna be sitting there looking at each other. If they don't want to answer, I mean, I can call on whoever I want, but if they don't want to answer, they ain't gonna answer, and they're not gonna participate. All right, boom. This had a suggestion, says work session should allow students to create SMART goals after looking at some. All right, so the activity that I had them do, like the work session, we had a worksheet. It was called Jane's SMART Goals, and it was pretty much a scenario about somebody who wanted to set a goal on how to improve their grade. Yeah, that was the work session. She said the work session should have been them creating their own SMART goal. I had it planned that I was gonna use that the next day as a reminder, as like a review on SMART goals. I was gonna have them create their SMART goal the next day as like an opening, like a review from the previous day. So that's how I had planned it in my mind. So that's why we didn't create the SMART goal in class, but teach its own, it's whatever. Said don't put the answers on the board, ask students the question, allow them to answer. All right, so we had a worksheet on the James worksheet. I let them work on it individually, or they could have worked on it in the group. It didn't matter to me. It doesn't make me no never mind, as long as they got the worksheet done. All right, so they worked on the worksheet, and after about 10 minutes, I was like, yo, y'all ready to go over it? All right, so boom. Number 1, blah, 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 blah. I had the answer on the board. I mean, it was on the projector screen board. In case you didn't hear what the answer was, what I said, then you could just easily look up and see the answer right there. So I mean, they already had it. They already had written their answers. All right, yeah, I'm just not gonna give them the answers, and yeah, whatever. Next, allow students to be a part. Allow students to be a part of the PowerPoint. I don't know what that means. I don't know what allowing the students to be a part of the PowerPoint means. So that was another suggestion. Those were the suggestions from my observation, my real observation. I don't think I did that bad. That was pretty much the only feedback I got that day. Now, the next day, boom, Tuesday, I saw her in the hallway. She came up to me. She said, "Hey, I really liked your activity you did. I liked the class lesson. I liked the class flow and everything. Class management is good. Just get the boards up." And I was like, "All right, cool, bet." And that was that. So I think I did good on my observation. I guess I'm waiting on official paperwork, and I know I have to sign off on something. I just got the unofficial notes, so I'm guessing they're typing up the official notes for me to sign and everything. So yeah, that was my real observation. Next up. Oh, later that day on Tuesday, the other assistant principal came into my room, but he only stayed for about 5-10 minutes, just look around, see what we were talking about. The next day, on Tuesday, the lesson was making good decisions. So he heard my lesson plan, he heard me teaching about making good decisions. So he stayed about 5-10 minutes and left. I think I did good. I didn't hear any feedback on that, so hey, I guess I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna keep on checking. Let's see, Wednesday. Oh wait, no, that was Wednesday. Alright, so Tuesday I had my first observation. Wednesday was the other assistant principal. Thursday, which was bro, we had so many fights yesterday. On Thursday, I don't know why. I don't know what it was, but they said we had 5 fights. I didn't see any, I didn't break any up, but yo, we had 5 fights. That's crazy to me. And they were boys. Usually when we have fights, it's usually the girls fighting. Believe it or not, it's usually, whenever we have a fight at our school, it's always girls. But yesterday, we had 5 guys fight. 5 fights with guys involved. So, go figure. Alright, so today I kind of like looked up why they were fighting, you know, in their little behavior thing. One fight was over one kid thought somebody else stole their money, and he was fighting over that. Hey, it is what it is. And then somebody else was fighting over AirPods. They were fighting over whose AirPod it was or something like that. Those were the only 2 fights that I saw, that I read about, so yeah. Alright, so today, let's get to today's juice. Alright, so today, we had a half day of school today. I don't know, alright, well I do. I don't know why they made it half a day. They say it's because of the weather. It's cold in Georgia, but I don't think it's that cold. They were afraid that the roads were gonna ice over. It rained last night. It was gonna get down into the 30s, to the 20s and 30s last night, and they were afraid that the roads were gonna be icy. And they don't really like running the buses if it's gonna be under 32 degrees. I guess especially they don't want little kids out at the bus stop in 30-degree weather also. So I guess it was kind of a mixture of a couple things. It's actually supposed to snow tonight, so go figure. I really don't think so. It was supposed to snow last weekend, never did. So yeah, some counties down here, they actually canceled school completely. Shays County canceled school for the entire day. My county, we went to school half a day, and it was alright. Nobody really came to school. In my first period, I only had 2 kids. No, I take that back. I had 4 kids in my first period. I had 6 in my second. Third period had about 8, and fourth I only had 3. So, yeah, go figure. Alright, so it was a half a day. It was also test day today, so that means a lot of students weren't present to take my test. So they're gonna have to make it up on Monday. Now, the students that did take my test, y'all, I don't know what it is. Most of them failed. Like my test, like my class isn't hard. It's not hard. I gave them a study guide yesterday. I gave them the answers. The test is the same as the study guide. I let them look at the study guide before the test. There's no reason why I should have 32s, 54s, 56s, 52s, 68s, 76s. Like, bro, come on, you got the answers. We've been going over the same stuff for like about 2 weeks. You know, we went over the 7 dimensions of wellness. We went over SMART goals, and we went over making good decisions. Easy. Like, all right, so the kids from first semester, they all passed the first test. Remember the first test? They passed. Like, I only had probably like, I don't know, a handful of students fail. Like, only probably about 5 students out of 100 students failed. But this semester, I don't know. These kids, this group of second semester kids, their behavior is better. They don't talk in class, but they just all failed this first test. And I don't know why. Maybe I didn't teach it like I taught it last semester. Maybe I don't know what it could be. I really don't. I gave them the answers. I gave them the study guide yesterday. Gave them the answers. Let them look over before the test. I don't know how you feel, bro. I really don't, but it beats me. So it's gonna be a long semester with these grades, with these students, and I guess I got my work cut out for me, cause I don't want anybody to fail. It's gonna be hard. I guess my grades look real because most of the students in the whole school, when I look at these report cards, man, it's terrible. These grades are awful. I could never imagine. But yeah, other than that, other than the testing, another thing that I got on my plate right now, what else I'm working on? I'm working on writing a grant for PE to get PE equipment in my class for my gym class. Shay just walked in and I just froze up.
I just wondering if I could sneak in
To show your look.
to show my look for today.
Show
Can
it
y'all
up.
see me? Hello. Oh wait, what's that?
Lady in here too.
Oh, the whole family. It's a family.
Family picture.
Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, I'm working on writing a grant to gain equipment for our PE classes. Cause right now we're really struggling. We only have 2 basketballs, and those are the saddest basketballs I've ever seen in my life. They're all flat, eroded. Like there's no air in them. Pretty much, they're pretty much working with basketballs that they're pretty much. You know what? I can't even say that because at the YDC, them kids had brand new basketballs, and they had like 5 basketballs. But we only have 2 basketballs. That's it. That's all we have. We have 2 flat basketballs, 2 flat eroded basketballs, 1 flat volleyball, no volleyball nets. We have a broken down soccer goal, just one of them. We have no soccer balls. We have 1 birdie and 2 rackets to play racquetball. That's it. And you know the kids aren't gonna play racquetball with no net, with no nothing. I mean, they did last semester, probably for like 2 days out of the entire semester, but these kids need more equipment. Alright, I've already brought in my own equipment. I've already given them my basketball, which it was either stolen or lost or flattened or destroyed or. So yeah, I'm not spending any of my money on none of this equipment. So there's a program out there. I received an email saying there's a $1,000 grant that we can apply for. So that's what I'm working on. That's actually due Monday, and yeah, that's what I'm working on. So yeah, that was this week. That was a wrap up on this week, on the 4-day week, the longest 4-day week in history. And yeah, I guess I'll check in with you guys some other time. Bye guys.